Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Florida Atlantic Owls taking on the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They use the sideline as their friend and finally get him out of bounds on the return at the 47. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looks as if he's going to run it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his hand in.
He's into the open down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
Florida Atlantic, 7. Kennesaw State, 0.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking for a productive play on first down. Got his man down the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage. And as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Handoff from the shotgun. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to get the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4 down territory. The offense still on the field. And the incomplete pass lets his defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass that could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the...
Going over the top. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
Number 5.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive.
Kennesaw State, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Extending the play. He throws one to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback adapting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. Kennesaw State right back to work. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 20, he's got space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand-new game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Utah State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Looking deep. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Owls! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Well, they've been working on these trick plays in practice, and they must have felt ultra confident to go with it here.
And we practice them all the time, and everybody gets so excited in practice. When are we going to do it this week? When are we going to call it? Great timing on the call for the trick play, and you can see it caught the defense way off guard.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Owls! Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Using his feet, he's out past the 35. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5.
Florida Atlantic, 21. Kennesaw State, 14.
Wide receiver shows motion. This quarterback part of their running game. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. How about this? They go empty 5 wide on 2nd and 2. Got it in the middle. It's Hurtado. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Going for the big play. Pulls it in inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A run for the quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Owls. Speed behind center cannot be stopped, and the defense really can't even contain it.
No, and especially when the offense coordinator knows how to use it. You got a quarterback that can run like this, use him early and often.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
14.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
Gonna let it fly. He makes a grab, and he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
A designed run for the quarterback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Finds his big tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Grab near the sticks. It's Carter. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hurtado. Touchdown, Owls. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He wants to take the top off. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Gets rid of it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Oh, he makes the catch. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kennesaw State has a chance now on first and goal. He'll set up to throw. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. He wants to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Brings it down on the right side. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So now things a bit...
Hey, bro, just concede the game. Just return the hook.
Yes. It does work. Okay, it's like,
Concede. Just go down and concede it.